This is a video for how to go about creating the follower for your Automata box assembly in Fusion 360. So I want you to notice in a previous video we've created our crankshaft. We have gone ahead and constrained our eccentric cams onto our crankshaft. Again, those might look small, but based upon the type of Automata box you create, you can always go back in and adjust the size of the cams separately and they will adjust within your assembly. Now, in order for us to create the follower, we need to find out what the diameter of these holes are on the top. We can just click on our measure tool, click on the outside of the circle, and the diameter is 0.5. So we're going to go ahead and create for ourselves a new design, and we're going to click on our sketch. Doesn't really matter what plane you use. And I'm going to come up and click on circle, and let's go ahead and make it just a little bit smaller than 0.5. I'm going to go 0.48 for the diameter, and I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to finish my sketch, and I want to come up to extrude, and I want to go ahead and drag out. We can do any distance you want. Let's go ahead and just go with a distance of 4, and I'm going to say enter. Now we want to round off the end of our follower, so we're going to come up and go to fillet, and I want to click on the circular edge of the fillet, and what I want to do for my radius is I did 0.48, so I go to 0.24, or if you have a massive sig fig, you can always just go divided by 2. So I want 0.48 divided by 2, and I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go ahead and click on my house button, and I want to change the appearance of this. I want to change the color, but first let's go up to save, and I'm going to call this follower because the follower follows the cams. So I'm going to right click on follower, and I'm going to go down to appearance, and we're going to get this kind of appearance dialog box show up over here on the side, and I'm going to go to previous ones I've had before can kind of show up, and I want to go to paint. I'm going to go blue on this one. I'm just going to click and hold down and drag out, and I'm going to have this kind of a glossy blue, and I'm going to go ahead, and that's going to be our follower. So we've created our follower based upon the diameter within our assembly. Now I'm going to go ahead and close the follower up here at the top. I've personally found that as we close parts, they tend to update a little bit faster within a general assembly. So I'm going to click and drag out the follower. In this case, I'm just going to place it, and I want to drag this out from the side. I don't really like, moving things around within the actual assembly itself. Now we want to rotate this to where the cylindrical part is on the bottom. So I'm going to rotate it to where it says -90, and I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to go ahead now, and I want to constrain this inside of our holes. So in this case, we're just going to go up to joint, and we're going to say capture position. And what we want is up here on the top, I want this inside of this circle up here on the top, and I want the inside of this circle of the hole it's going to go through, and you're going to see it kind of show up right there. And we want a slider. So when I go to motion, I want myself a slider constraint. We've done a revolute one before and a rigid one. We're going to stay with slider, and we're going to say okay. And now when we come back, I'm going to kind of drag this up, and you can see it's going to slide up and down inside that hole. Let's go ahead and drag out another follower. I'm going to go ahead and place that, same song, different follower. I'm just going to go ahead and just rotate this around -90. I'm going to say okay. I'm going to go up to joint. I'm going to go to capture position, and I'm going to go to the inside circle on the top, inside circle on the top of this side. I'm going to go ahead and let that just kind of slide in there. You see it automatically kind of intuitively knows we want to put a slider in there. Let's go back to motion, make sure it's at slide. We're going to say okay, and we are going to drag up. So now we've created and placed our sliders. In another video, I will show you how to make your sliders touch the cams and rotate with the cams when we rotate the crankshaft. So this has been a video on how to go about creating your followers for your Automata box in Fusion 360, and also how to place a slider joint constraint for your Automata box.